9 o'clock. My Lord, some of us by 8 o'clock, 8:30 were already in this court, waiting to see the Inspector General. And my young friend, Mr. Miguna. We did not see them at 9 o'clock, and you haven't seen them. My Lord, when a superior court makes orders, may I again repeat this word, which is repeated so many times last night. That order must be obeyed. Yes. Days and times when this judiciary or the judicial department are gone. We have a fully fledged arm of the government, which is independent, presided over by experienced learned judges. Their orders must be obeyed. No matter how high you are in the state, when you are summoned by a superior court, you must come and attend.
Can you kindly request, I think the advocates who want to come in, can you kindly request them to stay outside because this place is full? Can you kindly request them? Senior Counsel Harvey, can you request your colleagues to maintain order? Please. Yeah, just request them that this court is small and it is full, and the information they'll get will be conveyed to them by the media. Is that okay? So that they can keep quiet a bit. Yes, proceed.
Yes.
Senior Counsel.
My Lord, our current constitution, we borrowed a lot from South African constitution. When the late Nelson Mandela, the former president of South Africa, and one whom we respect and adore so much, who enjoys the status of Mahatma Gandhi,
Yes.
was summoned by a court. He turned up himself and appeared in court. He was put in the witness box. He was cross-examined by the counsel. And he bowed to the judge and left the court. My Lord, we respect our judges, not because of their ego, but because it is good for the country. That the judiciary should be respected, should be obeyed, and whatever orders they make must be complied with. My Lord, in brief, before I sit down, I invite you very, very respectfully.
Yes.
You reject the remarks of my learned friend, Mr. Miguna. The Inspector General must appear before this court and explain the whereabouts of Miguna.
Yes.
And I'm sure Your Lordship will also give us an opportunity to ask him some questions. Well, may I remind you of one or two things? I hope your memory, Your Lordship's memory will not let you down.
Yes.
When I appeared before you in the case of Willie Kimani,
Yes.
my Lord, you recall I made an application to you and urged you very respectfully that the Director of Criminal Investigation must appear before you. We may criticize our former Director of Criminal Investigation for other things. But one thing I can say in his favor, he turned up and stood there in time, well dressed, in a respectful manner, because he was appearing before an officer, judicial officer in authority. He told his story, and Your Lordship was very kind enough to give us opportunity to cross-examine him.
Yes.
That was to give the court the opportunity to make the proper, just decision. May I tell Your Lordship what is the order telling the State Council that Crown Council did not want to hear him. He wanted the Solicitor General himself to turn up in court and address him, and the Solicitor General turned up.
Yes.
My Lord, Sir John Henry, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya, when we had just got independence. Late Minister of Justice, Tom Boyer, asked him to go to his office to clarify one or two points. Sir John Henry declined. And he told the messenger that to go and tell the minister that it would not be appropriate for the Chief Justice to go to his office at all, but the minister should come to his office. The minister complied. He went to the office of Sir John Henry. But we are all under the law. And let us not water down this constitution which we have fought for, which people have died for at all. Yes, I was looking in my own home library and I found this book. We live to tell the Nyayo House story. People have suffered for this constitution. They have died. Families have broken up. We can't have one or two people trying now to water down this constitution. We shall not have it. My Lord, I urge you very respectfully, you reject his remarks. You give us the time this morning or this afternoon to come and the Inspector General to explain the whereabouts
Yes.
of Miguna and Miguna. Lord, I'm told that my own friend, Sutinda Mola, would like to say something that I have forgotten to say.
The very great indulgence, only two quick points in the Constitution, Lord, and I do not wish to add anything. My Lord, only to say your orders were clear, and there were two. One, produce Miguna in court. Two, the DCI and the IG to come in person. The gentlemen who have so kindly come to court are not parties. They are not the contemners, nor are they from the Attorney General's office. They do not have any direct right to say anything except through the DP. But before we consider that, my Lord, the first question is we must see Miguna in court. Right. Then we can discuss any explanation as to who's attending which meeting. Until then, they cannot stand or take any position. My Lord, the second thing that is often forgotten, and I think is very important, this thing of national security should not be abused. Under Article 239, Sub-Article 5, my Lord, it is very clear. The national security organs are subordinate to civilian authority. My Lord, this court is the highest representation of civilian authority. Everything and anything else must there be subordinate to this. I suggest, my Lord, that we do not listen to stories. until Miguna is brought to court, dead or alive. And then we can hear any other explanation.
I think we should have order. We are not in a bar. We're in a court of law. And Mr. Otiende, tell your supporters there to respect the court.
I urge everyone in court to please let's maintain our peace. Let us avoid any emotion. Let's just try. Thank you.
Yes, please.
May I say thank you very much?
Yes.
I may just add one word to this word national security. National security concept has been used to commit a lot of crimes and evils in the countries throughout the world, including this one. Let us reject it. Let us have Miguna here. Let us have the Inspector General. My Lord, we pray to make the orders accordingly.
Yes, Mr.
A couple of things. One, I associate myself with the submissions made by my two senior colleagues. But only to say, in addition, that contempt has been found to be committed by the IG and the DCI. Before they are heard, they must purge the contempt. They have committed two forms of contempt. Failure to comply with the previous order and the current order that required that they bring Mr. or Dr. Miguna in person. These officers who are said to have come here should be treated as sureties of the contemnors and be detained by this court until the IG and the DCI comply with the order and present Mr. Miguna this morning. It is in further contempt of God, my Lord, when they purport to be holding a pre-arranged meeting. So what they're telling you, my Lord, is your orders do not matter if they are going to interfere with our diaries. That is not a submission an officer of the Republic of Kenya, a state officer, should make to you. It is in contravention of Article 159, Sub-Article 1, which declares that judicial authority is derived from the people and must be exercised in accordance with this constitution.
That is one Article 159?
159.1.
Yes.
They are also actively derogating from Article 25C of the Constitution, which decrees that the right to freedom from torture and cruel, inhuman, and degrading treatment or punishment is a non-derogable condition. Freedom from slavery or servitude, or a fair trial, and the right to habeas corpus. In fact, my Lord, your orders are indeed equivalent to the order of habeas corpus, which is not derogable. It is not negotiable. The DIG, even if they are attending a meeting with the President of the Republic of Kenya, they cannot say for that reason they are derogating from these orders to produce Mr. Miguna. So far they haven't indicated whether he's alive or dead. Your orders are equivalent to habeas corpus, and the contemnors are in active disobedience and therefore derogating that which the Constitution has decreed to be non-derogable.
Yes.
And therefore, my Lord, I urge you respectively to detain those two officers who are here for as long as it takes. Their cells downstairs, they can sit in until Mr. Boynet and Mr. Kinoti present Mr. Miguna in court. And we are prepared to sit in and wait until they comply. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Mutuku.
Let me start with your information from where Julian's left.
Yes.
You're being told to take 2 messages and all of them until their bosses appear before you. I don't think the Lord will be prepared to do that because it will be illegality. Because these officers have done that. They are not disobeyed you. They are being dispatched to bring a message to this court. And I read a very brief remarks explaining to you what I feel.
Yeah, apologies, madam. If Madam
Yes.
Friend could speak up at the time.
Yes.
We have got quite a-
That's why I wanted to request you kindly to request your. Yes, Honorable Tienda, please assist. Mr. Harvey, what is the problem?
I remember last time we were here about winning to money. People from the DPPs, they kept on laughing and smiling. Yet we were here crying and somebody had been killed.
Why don't you address me? Don't address him, address me on that issue.
Very well.
Yeah, because this is my court.
To treat this issue with the solemnity it requires. Because there is a measure of lack of seriousness on this part, which is really disturbing. For a lawyer.
If you address me like that, it is okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Madam Friend, reactions understandable.
Yes, no, it's okay. I understand. That's why I just want him to address me
Phoning around and so on.
instead of addressing somebody else. Yes, Mr. Mutuku.
Very hard for me to see myself smiling. There's another person sees
Yes.
in the court smiling. And what I'm saying is, Your Honor, I treat this proceeding very serious.
Yes.
My Lord, I'm through with the issue of there will be no need at all for this court to put these 2 men in themselves. And I was talking that the other issue is that I give a very brief remarks, deliberately because my Lord, I didn't want to go and give evidence which would require me to be preserved. And part of the message, 2 officers are injured. When Miguna is alive, that can go on record. So that we can resolve that. Secondly, he has appeared before court this morning and charged.
He has been charged.
Yes. That is Kajaga CM's court. Sierra number 174 and 18 of this
That is case number?
174 and 18. So that this matter can be resolved. Even
Number?
174
174
of
2018.
So that is a fact that he has appeared before this court. Before that court, that is.
Yes, you have a copy of the charge sheet?
The copy I have, I've not been able to get the receipt copy of the charge. It will be sent. But I have a draft charge which went there in the morning. But I'll be able to finish the court. Which was registered to that court.
Yes, Senior Counsel. Yes, you can continue with your submission. Yes. Yes. Yes,
Lord,
yes, Mr. Harvey.
This is a very new development. Lord, if for a fact Dr. Miguna has been arraigned before the magistrate in Kajiado, then that is a clear contravention of the court order. That notwithstanding, it gives us some direction on how best to address this matter. Because if he is in Kajiado, he is within the custody of the court. The Lord is now incumbent upon the court, as we respectfully request him to do, just to suspend this proceeding for about 1 hour, with a direction to be made administratively to the magistrate in Kajiado, the High Court judge sitting there, to direct that Miguna be brought here. I think it's only by doing so that we may uphold the dignity of the court and give to this matter. I think it's as simple as that. That will satisfy the request of the applicant.
My Lord, very briefly.
Yes.
Article 244, which establishes the National Police Service, in outlining the objects of the National Police Service, A, requires the service to strive for the highest standards of professionalism and discipline among its members, prevent corruption and promote and practice transparency and accountability. I would like to emphasize the word accountability to the court, to the law, this constitution, and comply with constitutional standards of human rights and fundamental freedoms. Again, read this in the context of Article 25, which I had made some of my submissions on, once you see that they are not upholding these standards. But as I conclude on the reference to the Constitution, I refer, my Lord, to Article 157, Article 11, that in exercising the powers conferred by this article, the DPP shall have regard to the public interest, the interests of administration of justice, and the need to prevent and avoid abuse of legal process. What Dr. Mtuku has just told you is evidence of abuse of legal process and a disregard of administration of justice and disregard of public interest. Fundamentally disregard the rule of law.
Yes.
By yesterday, the representative of the DPP was here, Mr. Melania, said they had no information, no charge, nor complaint about Dr. Miguna. My Lord, you will recall the Constitution permits only the DPP to commence criminal proceedings other than court-martial.
Yes.
This draft charge sheet, which looks suspicious, because A, it is headed as belonging to the Kenya Police, a unit or a body that does not exist or that is not known to law. Because what we have in Kenya is called the National Police Service. The Kenya Police does not exist. So whoever has presented a charge against Dr. Miguna in Kajiado
Yes.
is a pretender. Two, it has a signature, but the rubber stamp imposed on it suggests to belong to the officer in charge, Central Police Station, Nairobi. Box 45796-00100 Nairobi, GPO. How come this charge sheet that is authorized by the OCS Central is going to be read outside of the jurisdiction of the OCS Central Nairobi? That is the evidence of abuse of legal process, not even legal process. This is abuse of power generally, abuse of authority, impunity, my Lord. This charge sheet has not been authorized by the DPP. So that, my Lord, in summary, what we're saying is there is sufficient material now before you, especially founded on this charge sheet, to immediately call, rather than post the proceedings for 1 hour, is for you, yes, you need to call for Dr. Miguna to be brought here within the hour, even with that file that has been charged with in Kajiado. You have power under section 365, I believe, of the CPC.
362.
362,
Yeah.
to order for that file to be brought before you, so that you satisfy yourself as to the legality, propriety, and correctness of those proceedings, especially in the face that they are being initiated in a manner to subvert your own orders. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Mutuku. Just a moment, please. Let's have some order, Mr. Mutuku.
Yes. Let me say something about the charge, because when I mentioned the number of the case, you asked me the charge. I told you I don't have the charge. That was received at that station. But I have a draft. So we are very unfair to make any comments based on these terms. Because what I want to say that when I've been charged, given the number, that charge is a judgment. Probably now he might have to. I don't know, because I was here before this court. Secondly, the deputy is not in the use of Article 157. The argument that are being made before you should actually be made before the London court, so that that court can appreciate and make a ruling on the matter. So that will be right now for the applicant to come before you.
Yes.
Because you are being asked a lot to go for that record under section 362 based on this. So my take is that there is no material placed before you to call for this record. Because the applicant must make an application before you appreciated the proceedings before the other court, not the other way around.
Yes.
Lastly, it is true that yesterday, when my colleague Miguna was before this court, we have not received any charge or any information to that effect. But this morning, we were given those instructions that as an officer of this court, I'm brought to inform the
May I say something?
Yes, Dr. Avi.
Very briefly.
Yes.
Will I have the judge, please? It is quite clear, it's demanding very clearly that the purport of this draft charge was and is to undermine the orders of your lordship made. This constitutes and this amounts to contempt the orders of the court. Jurisdiction over the subordinate courts and over any person, body, or authority exercising a judicial quasi-judicial function, but not over a superior court. Under this provision, you have the right to make orders staying the proceedings in narrow. Thank you. In Kajiado. May I also even suggest respectfully, the Lordship has got the power and authority to go ahead and make orders that that case should be transferred to Nairobi immediately. The alleged offense is supposed to have taken place in Nairobi.
Yes.
Why go to Kajiado? Why Kajiado for? And my Lord, may I state again before I sit down that you insist that your order is complied with. The Inspector General must appear before you. Our client must also be brought before you.
Yes.
And may I remind Mr. Mutuku, he may not be aware, the State Council appearing here in this case, at some stage said that he was not receiving necessary cooperation. The DPP's office was not receiving necessary cooperation from the police and the investigating wing. But we say all these things so that we uphold the rule of law in the country. A decent and civilized way of doing things. Not to be taken back to the law of jungle. That's all.
Okay. I have a course list of 24 matters. Your matter jumped to the queue. So what I want to do is that I'll deliver this ruling in the afternoon at 2. Meanwhile, at 11, Mr. Mutuku, I want you to confirm if those charges have been laid. At 11, you come to this court and confirm to this court if those charges have been laid against the applicant at 11, and then I'll deliver this ruling at 2 p.m. in respect of the submissions that you have made. Okay, so you can come at 2 p.m. and I'll request you to leave my court so that I can serve my other customers.
If I go away, may I say we continue to thank you very much.
You are most welcome, Senior Counsel.
Yes. And commitment to duty.
Yes.
That we have.
You are most welcome, Senior Counsel. So I would request you to leave the court so that I can hear
Entertain your customers.
my other customers.
That,
Yes.
At 11 when Mr. Mtuku is supposed to come back with information.
You are supposed to be here too, with you at council. You come here just to confirm if that charge has been.
Tomorrow.
No. 11.
Today.
11.
Yes.
What time is it now?
No, my lord, we shall be here till
Yeah, maybe you say 11:30.
11:30.
Let's say 11:30. Okay, 11:30, and then I'll deliver the ruling at 2:30.
No objection, which suggests 12 o'clock.
12 is okay.
Yeah, 12 o'clock.
So you come at 12. Okay. So let's just confirm for confirmation of the charges, and then I'll deliver the ruling at 2:30. Okay, there is the other application, Mr. Harvey, Mr. Mutuku. Are you seized with the other application? Number. Okay, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, please. Quiet, please. Number 58 of 2018, Honorable James Orengo and others versus Republic.
Yes, please, my lord.
Yes.
This one I appear together with Dr. Kameno and Mr. Osuta.
Yes, Mr. Mutuku, you are for the state.
Together with Ms. Julie Soweto.
Soweto.
Julie Soweto.
Mutuku, do you have anything to say to this application before they make their submissions? Do you have any objection to some interim orders being granted? Preservatory orders? Conservatory orders?
Let me say first,
Yes.
that I did this application.
Yes. Yes.
In the manner in which I served there,
Yes.
but by the time I came to court, I need instructions on how to respond to the matter.
Yes.
We had a small application, and this one, media personalities.
Yes.
It's got the duty to release them on and then file them to the court.
So you have no objection to that? Okay. Is that okay with you, Mr. Harvey? That
Yes,
we grant you conservatory orders?
Yes, my lord, in terms of prayer, fluent,
Yes.
ready, willing, and able to appear before the station.
You say prayer 2 and?
Yes. My lord, is all of them being members of parliament, half of them being lawyers, officers of this court. It is my request that their release be secured on their personal basis. They really not
Yes. DCI,
DCI,
DCI, or where? DCI, Mazingara.
Mazingira.
Mazingira,
Mazingira.
not Mazingara.
But they do Mazingara things.
The DCI, Mazingira. Thursday is on 8th,
Yes, the 8th.
8th February 20.